नहीं अरे मस्त ऐसे ऐसे बैठ के तो हाँ बैठ के डालो ना बस बस आशीर्वाद देना
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना वनचारी। यमुना वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन यमुना वनचारी। यमुना वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन यमुना वनचारी। यमुना वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ श्री राधे। राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ राधा जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि। जय निताय पति। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभु गीता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंद। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपास्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
आपका वीडियो तो
बंद है मेरा वीडियो, क्या करना प्रभु। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 12, verse number 42. Thank you all for joining. यह पंचवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरीर्
यह पंचवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरी।
यह पंचवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरीर्
यह पंचवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरी।
भिन्ने भिन्ने न यातो हृदये न दूयता।
भिन्ने तो हृदये न दूयता।
भिन्ने न यातो हृदये न दूयता।
भिन्नेन यातो हृदये न दूयता।
वनं मदादेश करो अजितं प्रभो।
करो रजितं प्रभु।
वनं मदादेश करो अजितं प्रभुं।
पदादेश करो रजितं प्रभु।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणे पराजितम्।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणे पराजितम्।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणे पराजितम्।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणे पराजितम्।
यः पञ्चवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरी।
यः पञ्चवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरी।
भिन्नेन यातो हृदयेन दूयता।
भिन्नेन यातो हृदयेन दूयता।
वनं मदादेश करोर्जितं प्रभुम्।
वनं पदादेश करो रजितं प्रभु।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणे पराजितम्।
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणैर्पराजितम्। यः
सॉरी
यः पञ्चवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरे
यः पञ्चवर्षो गुरुदारवाक्षरी
भिन्नेन यातो हृदयेन दूयता
भिन्नेन यातो हृदयेन दूयता
वनं मदादेश करोर्जितं प्रभु
वनं मदादेश करोजितं प्रभु
जिगाय तद्भक्तगुणैर्पराजितम्
जिगाय तदभक्तगुणे पराजितम्। वो बंद कर देना प्रभु टीवी है। यह
Yeah,
he who
he who
पंचवर्ष at the age of 5 years
at the age of 5 years,
गुरुदार
Gurudara
of the wife of his father
of the wife of his father,
वाक शरीर
Sharira,
शरीरे
Sharira,
by the harsh words
by the harsh word,
भिन्नेना
Hinnena,
being very much aggrieved
being very much aggrieved,
यातः
Yataha
went
went
हृदयेना
Tadayena
because his heart
because his heart,
दूयता
Duyata,
very much pained
very much pain,
vanam
Vanam
to the forest
to the forest,
mat adesha
Mat Adesha,
according to my instruction
according to my instruction,
karah
Kara,
acting
acting,
ajitam
Ajitam,
unconquerable
conquerable,
prabhum
Prabhu,
the supreme personality of godhead
the supreme personality of God,
jigaya
Jigaya,
he defeated
he defeated,
tat
that
his
his
bhakta
Bhakta,
of devotees gune
Pune,
with the
with
qualities
the qualities,
parajitam
Parajitam,
conquered.
conquer.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The great sage Narad continued, just see how Dhruv Maharaj, aggrieved at the harsh words of his stepmother, went to the forest at the age of only 5 years and under my direction underwent austerity. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is unconquerable, Dhruva Maharaj defeated him with the specific qualifications possessed by the Lord's devotees. Purport. The Supreme Godhead is unconquerable. No one can conquer the Lord, but He voluntarily accepts subordination to the devotional qualities of His devotees. For example, Lord Krishna accepted subordination to the control of Mother Yashoda because she was a great devotee. The Lord likes to be under the control of His devotees. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that everyone comes before the Lord and offers Him exalted prayers. But the Lord does not feel as pleased when offered such prayers as He does when a devotee, out of pure love, chastises him as a subordinate. The Lord forgets His exalted position and willingly submits to His pure devotee. Dhruv Maharaj conquered the Supreme Lord because at a very tender age, only 5 years old, he underwent all the austerities of devotional service. This devotional service was, of course, executed under the direction of a great sage Narad. This is the first principle of devotional service, Ado Guruvashrayam. In the beginning, one must accept a bona fide spiritual master. And if a devotee follows strictly the direction of the spiritual master, as Dhruv Maharaj followed the instruction of Narada Muni, then it is not difficult for him to achieve the favor of the Lord. The sum total of devotional qualities is development of unalloyed love for Krishna. This unalloyed love for Krishna can be achieved simply by hearing about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya accepted this principle that if one in any position submissively hears the transcendental message spoken by Krishna or about Krishna, then gradually he develops the quality of unalloyed love. And by that love only he can conquer the unconquerable. The Mayavadi philosophers aspire to become one with the Supreme Lord, but a devotee surpasses that position. Not only does a devotee become one in quality with the Supreme Lord, but he sometimes becomes the father, mother, or master of the Lord. Arjun also, by his devotional service, made Lord Krishna his chariot driver. He ordered the Lord, put my chariot here, and the Lord executed his order. These are some examples of how a devotee can acquire the exalted position of conquering the unconquerable. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Sri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namo Vishnu padaya Krishna prestaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Nam Hare Nam Eva Kevalam Kalo Nasteva Nasteva Gatiranyatha. We'll read the translation again. The great sage Narad Muni or Narad continued, just see how Dhruv Maharaj, aggrieved at the harsh words of his stepmother, went to the forest at the age of only 5 years and under my direction underwent austerity. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is unconquerable, Dhruv Maharaj defeated him with the specific qualifications possessed by the Lord's devotees. I have no qualification, no realization to sit here and speak. I am just wanting to repeat as a matter of duty what I've heard, what I've read. Please bless me. I can speak something meaningful in glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. If anything I speak that is not correct, please forgive me for my immaturity and neophyteness. Here in this shloka, Narad Muni is talking to Maitreya Muni. After Dhruv Maharaj, Narad Muni talking to Pracheta, sorry. Maitreya Muni's conversation is with Vidura, sorry, yes, thank you, Prabhu. So, after Dhruv Maharaj reaches the spiritual abode, this is the end of this chapter entitled Dhruv Maharaj Goes Back to Godhead. And here Narad Muni is discussing or sharing about Dhruv Maharaj and his glories, that under my direction, he says that he practiced the austerity. But it actually, by the mercy of Narada Muni, he got that ability to practice that austerity. Looking at the determination of Dhruv Maharaj, initially he said, it's okay. So many people will say so many things. You're such a young boy. Just let it go. Go back to your home. Even he said, I'll come and mediate. But Dhruv Maharaj was so determined. And looking at that determination, Dhruv Maharaj was given this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra. And rest is history. Dhruv Maharaj perfected the austerities, and it is not so much of the type of austerities performed. I was listening to Bhakti Vikas Maharaj earlier, and Sankarshan Prabhu, they have given this two of them have given this lecture. So I heard. So not so much by the austerity itself, but the will and determination to perform that austerity was very attractive for the Lord. So not the item or what we are bringing to the Lord is so important, but the mood, the intention, the inner consciousness, the consciousness, with what consciousness I'm performing the devotional service, that is what attracts the Lord. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Even in that shloka, Krishna says, what I take is the love from that. Because all the ingredients are already provided by me. The things that I provide you, you're giving it back to me. What is the big deal? Any logical person can really uh, perform that. Oh, he has given me, I have to give it back. So, in the mood of awe and reverence and subordination, one can do it. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita what? With love. The main ingredient in our service, anything that we bring to Krishna, Gopijan Vallabh, Nitai Patita Pavan Gauri, what they are bhavagrahi Janardhan. What is he accepting of that? Is the love, that bhav, that mood, that 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 love that we have, the prema, that we have for the Lord. Mahaprabhu, the whole mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is to share this somewhat forgotten purushartha, forgotten goal of our life, that dharma, artha, kama, moksha are not the only four goals of human life. Which one is the most important one? Prema purushartha. Loving Krishna, loving devotional service. What an amazing, Prabhupada translates bhakti into what? Loving devotional service. When I was listening to some, reel, and in one Sanskrit scholar was mentioning that I love you. That sentence cannot be said in Sanskrit because some grammatical intricacy he was explaining, that in Sanskrit you cannot say I love you. I love or I appreciate the love that you are showing to me. That is the translation, or that is the sentence structure will happen like that, that I accept or I admire or I appreciate the love that you are showing to me. So love is not an object, is not something that you use and throw. It is an activity, it is something that you appreciate in others. He used the Sanskrit sentence also, but I am forgetting. But the way he said is that the way we have to appreciate the love that is shared or love that is shown, not that you use or like something as a object and use it because you like it, you use it, and you don't care about afterwards, but you really appreciate the love that is shared or reciprocated. So here in this shloka, coming back to Dhruv Maharaj, Narad Muni is sharing that he has conquered the unconquerable. So bhakti, and as always, as usual, Srila Prabhupada shares um, his profound understanding about God as a person and just not some energy or some formless. He's sharing that Mayavadis, or those who don't believe in the form, ultimate reality as a form of, as a Lord, or ultimate reality is the form, they want to become one with God, merge with God. But here, taking the support from this shloka in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions what? That the devotees can surpass even being equal with God. You could become God's father, God's mother, God's master, God's elder brother, where God becomes subordinate to you. We have heard this, that in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, while so much of noise, so much of uh, chaos going all around, Arjun actually kicks Krishna, take left, take right. There is no words. I mean, the explanation goes, Krishna even takes that subordinate position as a chariot driver, as a chauffeur, and just not that, he is actually taking care of Arjun's well-being all along. After the Mahabharat war, someone was sharing that Krishna and Arjun were about to, get off the chariot, and Arjun told Krishna, out of etiquette, why don't you get down? Krishna said, no, you get down first. And the moment first Arjun get down and Krishna get down, the whole chariot kind of burned into ashes. And then Arjuna realized that how Krishna was protecting him all along. All this astra, shastra of these great warriors, Krishna was actually protecting him. He was thinking that I am the one who is fighting. I am the one who is doing, I am using this astra and this shastra, and I killed this person, that person. But it was by Krishna's mercy that he was surviving, or um, he became victorious. In Hindi, there is to show Krishna's magnanimity and greatness. After Krishna's departure, Arjun was sent to save the Krishna's queens, and he was bringing all of them from Dwarka. And in the road or in the travel, he was challenged by those who just live in the street or on the jungle. They don't go through any rigorous martial art or you know practices or training. Those kind of people, just handmade bow and arrow. He was challenged by, they were called bhil, or some Kaaba, they call it. Those who live in Kabila, or just a small kind of a, outing, out of the, city or village dwelling. They just there have Adivasis, they call. Not very learned, they just basically live out there in the jungle. And they were challenged. So it says, Kab, Samay Samay Balwan, Nahi Manushya Balwan. Samay is in terms of Krishna, because Krishna was with Arjuna that time. That was, Arjun was very much, felt in control. And looking at that experience, he said, "Yeah, these people I can just finish them in, few seconds. I don't even have to use my Gandhi." Like that, he was in that situation. He was feeling like that. But but काबे समय समय बलवान नहीं मनुष्य बलवान, काबे अर्जुन लूटिया वही धनुष वही बाण. Same bow and same arrow. Krishna wasn't around, Krishna wasn't on his side, then he was defeated. So we really have to um, be at the humble state of mind and always try to do this service. Here also, one thing very important to notice, that Dhruv Maharaj did not approach Krishna for the purest devotional service. He was wanting a kingdom higher than his great grandfather, better than Brahmaji, who is the creator. Now it's unbelievable somebody of a 5-year old would want something like that and be so persistent about it. But at the end of the day, he was wanting something in favor of his devotion, his bhakti, his austerity. He basically followed the Guru Agya and said, okay, you do X, Y, Z things and you will achieve the goal. If Narad Muni would have said some other type of austerity, he would have done that also. So his determination is that what was attracted by what was so attractive to Krishna or Vishnu. Of course, the austerities itself are also very, very, difficult. But at the end of the day, it was a Mishra Bhakti. It was not pure devotional service. But when he had the opportunity to come face to face with Narayan or Vishnu by Narayan touching the conch to his head, he really understood that I was looking for the broken pieces of glass and I had the diamond in the form of your holy name, your own presence in front of me. All the other things are not of value, are of not real value. It seems so very important, so very, you know, uh, uh, somewhat of a priority. But if we also look back to our lives, what priorities we have set up in our life, what we want to achieve in the rest of our life, it is very important that we do analysis, we do survey, we do review of how we have passed through all this while, how many years of life, practically or technically we have ahead of us. And as Rasika Bhogi Krishna Prabhu was mentioning the other day, that what the lofty goal that we have in front of us, what are we doing about it? Is it going to be, just putting Guru or Krishna, everything on their head, saying that, okay, I'm in the process and I'm just be in the train and just be in the vehicle and you'll be delivered. Yes, those are very wonderful eulogies for the process itself. Sankarshan Prabhu said very nicely, His Grace Sankarshan Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple, he was saying very nice. The process will work if you work the process. It is just not knowing the process, you have to work the process. Process will work if you work the process. Process will not work just by knowing that this is the process. If I don't implement that process in my lifestyle, if I don't implement that process of sharing Krishna consciousness with the others, because that is what the most dear activity, most admired activity by Krishna. The person says or shares about me, Krishna says like that. So if we take advantage of the process will work if you work the process. If you don't work the process will not work because you didn't work at the process. So this is very, very important. Being in contact with devotees, being in contact with this such a magnanimous process Anarpita chiram chirat karunaya avartirna kalo. Very nice. The other day, who was saying that everything is plural?
Our,
Rasik Bhai Prabhu,
Yeah.
right? The
because of Chaitanya
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and I would also even take one step forward because it is plural because we need devotees. This includes the devotees, the Panch Tattva, the close associates of Mahaprabhu, who are living by their example, showing us that this is not just something pie in the sky. It is definitely possible. Even in 2025, yes, you work the process will work. You know, there is so many wonderful points that Prabhupada made in the purport that can be taken into consideration. And this Ado Guru Ashrayam. As soon as we come into the temple, any new person walks in, he is sheltered by Srila Prabhupada. He is our Param Guru. He is the preeminent Acharya for all time to come. He is the Senapati Bhakta who came from India to America in such an advanced age with no resources. Without Mahaprabhu's mercy, without Krishna's hand, something like this is impossible. We can see, even to talk to our fellow Indians in 2025 with American education, how much difficulty we have to talk to them about Krishna and share Krishna consciousness. So, what to speak of somebody of such an advanced age, thick Bengali English? I always say this funny thing that one Maharaj, Chandramauli Maharaj or some other Swami Maharaj was speaking that we cannot even fathom the rebellious culture the youth of 60s were possessing. He was saying that anyone above 30 was too old for them. That they won't even talk to them.
listen to people.
Don't listen to those who are they had unanimously they agreed, the youth of that age who were in 15 to 25 years of age or 20 years of age, though they have unanimously agreed that we are not going to listen to any of them, we are not going to follow any rules or regulations, we are going to rebel against all of that. Those people who consider anyone about 30 is too old for them, they won't even say hello to them, they won't even consider them as human being around them. Those individuals talk to a person 3 times their age, and by the Krishna's mercy, by the Lord's mercy and Srila Prabhupada's purity and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's blessings, they became sincere followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I think it was Gurudas Prabhu or Brahmananda Prabhu. He said, I think in his book, or he was sharing, that just the way, first time when he came into Second Avenue, or one of the first times, the way Srila Prabhupada was serving him, Prasadam, he said, I want to dedicate my life to this person. No preaching, no communication other than just that act of service or putting some prasadam into his plate. He felt that kind of connection with Srila Prabhupada. So, Adav Guru Ashrayam, that is so important, bona fide spiritual masters, connecting with the parampara, connecting with the process is so critical. And we can we can we can say that if you are sincere, Krishna will make an arrangement. If we are sincere to really know about Krishna, really want to love Krishna, really feel the need of Krishna's presence in our life, Krishna will make arrangement of Guru. So it is just a matter of us. Krishna is sending, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sending his followers
in form of devotees, going with the books, going with the kirtan party. They all are trying their best to bring all the living entities back home, back to Godhead. And that is the process. That is the uh, task at our hand. It is just not me and my family. I'm chanting 16 rounds. I'm going to the temple every Sunday. Whatever service I can do, I'm doing some donation every year for certain percentage of my income. These are all wonderful, great things. But we should always look beyond that. We should always look for opportunity to how we can do better, how we can improve, how we can come to a point where where we where we really feel that I have done something substantial for Krishna. I have done something really that is very valuable, very valuable, that I appreciate myself, because devotees are always very magnanimous. Smallest of the service that we do, they glorify it. They glorify even just when you're standing, oh, you're coming here and giving your presence itself is the greatest thing. They'll say us like this, but one has to introspect. What am I doing with my life, with my time that I have, and how I can take it to the next level, take it to the next step for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. So again, thank you very much for the opportunity to, share something what I read and heard. Please forgive me if I said something that is completely beyond my adhikar, and really grateful for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. Anyone has
Krishna Kumar की जय.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. Anyone has any comment, anything they want to share?
I wanted to ask that both Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj and Sudarshan Prabhu said this same thing, that because of the determination only.
No,
Both of them said,
I think Bhakti Vikas Maharaj.
Because I was wondering, wow, how unanimously they all are thinking that same thing, that because of the determination.
No, the process works thing was from Sankarshan Prabhu, but the determination part was Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. Yes. Okay. So we'll end here. Thank you very much.